Hello my dear YouTuber friends, and I do hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video, special video, the Antonov 225. A quick overview and review of this iconic aircraft and a very important purchase. Let me just put something on screen there. Unfortunately, this Ukrainian aircraft was destroyed in the conflict, and all proceeds from the sale of this product, so if you buy this, will go to rebuilding the Antonov 225 aircraft. Has there ever been a more important purchase in Microsoft Flight Simulator? Incredible looking aircraft, as you can see in this video. I'm just going to give you a quick overview and a quick review of it. I've only just bought it myself, I'm still learning it. I will endeavour to do an in-depth tutorial on this, a sort of noobified tutorial for you. It's available for PC Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment. Apparently this will be coming to this Series X and S and cloud gaming in late March. Doesn't it look iconic? So let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. Okay, so we've got the aircraft loaded up at London Heathrow. Seems to be an appropriate runway and airport for this aircraft. It's a big lumbering aircraft and it takes a while to get off the ground. Let's do a bit of a cockpit tour for you here. You can see sort of classic dials here. The autopilot, like center panel here for all your autopilot shenanigans. Couple of screens here. Now just be aware, and I'm just going to be transparent, I've only just bought this aircraft, I've not learnt it yet. I will endeavour to make some kind of tutorial video soon for this, so you can get hopefully up and flying in a sort of noobified way to help you get this aircraft around the world, or around various places. I have noticed hovering over many of these switches. A lot of them do work, and you would hope that a lot of the important ones do work. But some of them, like these ones here... Oh, there's another Antonov. Lovely. Just coming to my right there. There's quite a few of them that don't seem to be functional within the sim. But you would hope... There's the overhead panel, by the way. Nice classic sort of Eastern European looking panel, isn't it? You would hope the important ones do, but just be aware, it's probably about right for the price of the aircraft. You can't expect every single switch to work. As long as the main ones do, that will remain to be seen, but I'm sure they will. As you'll notice there, to the left and right, you've got a couple of screens. Now, I've got a button bound to this, and I'll go through these screens with you. You can load a flam from GPS. And you can configure the cargo, I'll come to that in a moment, and you've got the weathers here as well, I'll come to that in a moment. Let's go to configure, it'll take me to the next tab down. Here's where the fun begins. You can enable the GPU and chocks, but let's do the main door and the cabin door. And let's pop outside quickly. There you go. So the main door is actually at the front of the aircraft. This will need to load up the cargo. And look at it. Now it takes a fair while to open, just be aware, but I'm going to show you a trick for that in a moment. You can see the cabin door opening there as well. There is a trick to make this go a little bit quicker. You can go to the options button down here on the screen, and where it's got realism, you can put the doors on fast. There you go, they're going to open a lot quicker now. I prefer it actually on realistic. By the way, as your cargo door's opening, look out the front of the aircraft. You can see the nose internals there. The hollow internal of the nose. I just think these little touches are fantastic, especially considering the price. Whilst we're outside, we'll let those doors open a little bit longer. Let's give you a little bit of a tour of the texturing of the external. Now there's 7 different liveries, I believe. I'll just show you that on screen, and possibly more to come in the future. Let's take that off screen now. And we'll continue with a tour of the external views. Big undercarriage there. Look at all those wheels. And they're animated. I'll be showing you that in a moment. Come round the back here. And if I position my camera correctly, there's the flaps, by the way. They're animated as well, so I'll just go flaps stage 1 up, retract 1 stage up. And you can see they're slowly retracting. Lower my camera there. And if I get this right, you can see that heat haze from the engines. Nice little detail, isn't it? There you go, that's a better view of it. Fantastic. And the texturing of the externals, by the way, you got different scuffs and scrapes. I think it's nice. Once again, especially considering the price of the aircraft. Look at that for a view. That may be my new desktop picture. Or something similar. I'll have to get capturing with that. Absolutely beautiful. So there you go. That's a view of the external texturing. Well worth you buying this and taking a look at this for yourself. That car front main door is opening slowly. Okay, well that's opening. Let's get back in the cockpit. Now, like I said, I set up a custom view for that. I'll link a video down below of how to move around the cockpit and set custom views. Whilst we're in the cockpit, I'm going to use my Shift and Alt keys and my cursor keys. Can remember which keys do what to go and look around the cabin. I'm not going to show you every view that's available. Don't like it when videos do that. I like people to discover things for themselves, but I'll show you the cabin. There you go. You got the operator's sort of corner here, radio control, I imagine, and goodness knows what. And the whole thing package gives you that impression of a bygone age, doesn't it? And it really is. And again, now it's worth re-mentioning. The proceeds of this will go towards rebuilding this beautiful looking aircraft, and I'm glad I bought it, even if it's just for that purpose. But I do intend to learn this and fly it around. There you go. Different type of cabin than you're normally used to, isn't it? And you get to the end here and you can't go further in this view. Get to the curtain and it comes to a stop. But that's okay, I'll let you discover the other views that you can get in this aircraft. And there you go, you can take a walk back through the cabin. Let's get back to our cockpit. And there we go. What I'll do, I'll come and close the doors and take this up for a quick test flight. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the main door to close. While I do that, I didn't actually show you the rest of these options, did I? So you can mess with the payload here. That's the third tab down. Weather. If I type in here, EGLL, and go search. Hopefully, yeah, it'll give me the weather in London Heathrow, where I am at the moment. Isn't that handy? You've got a converter here as well, and the options I showed you before. I'll just put those doors back on realistic and hope they're closed, because I'm about to take it up for a fly. Yep, they seem to be closed. So that's good. So let's get in cockpit mode. Now, I've set another custom camera just to get a bit closer to those instruments so I can read them. Remember, I've only just bought this myself. I'm still learning it. I've been playing around with it, but mainly just in free flight mode. So what we'll do, I've just throttled all the way up there. Rudder works fine on the ground. Let's just get me into external mode. That will do for when I show you the undercarriage lifting up. That should be a nice view for you. I'll just get up to speed. And I'll just coax her back. She wants to take off now. Coax her back into the air. Little bit of trim there. Get to external mode. And raise my undercarriage. Landing gear. Look at that. Very, very nice. So there you go, undercarriage raise, and it's going into the body. Let me just get back into my cockpit to make sure that things are behaving. They are. There you go, undercarriage raised. Let's bring my flaps up. You can have various different clicks there as I do that. There we go, flaps are deploying. And it's quite nice to hand fly. It's big and lumbering and it feels like it, which is nice. Just trimming. There's my rate of climb or descent. Fairly easy to trim out. Gotta use a bit of throttle control and trim to get it into the right position. The only thing autopilot control I've messed around with now is just the main autopilot toggle on and off. You can set your altitude here, of course. But I will endeavour to delve deeper into that into the future. Nice to hand fly around. I will be first, before I learn the aircraft, taking it for a few flights and landing at close by airports. Appropriate airports, of course. London City's not really an appropriate airport and runway for this aircraft. So I think I'll avoid London City and just take it around Heathrow and Gatwick maybe. Would be a good idea. Play around with the GPS. Whilst I've got flow, I still need to update my flow. I must do that. Let's just put this on live weather. It's quite nice over the UK at the moment. A little bit windy, so we get a bit of wind effects in there too. What was I saying about the London weather? Never mind. Maybe not. Clear skies. That will do. And there you go, chaps. So listen, that's just a quick overview. I'm going to be learning this aircraft over the next few days. It's well worth buying if just for the purpose of supporting rebuilding this iconic aircraft. Well worth a purchase for that reason alone. It's also quite an enjoyable fly with lots of little details that I've got to delve into a little bit more. Well listen, let me know your thoughts on the video. Is this something that you're likely to pick up? I recommend it. Let me know your thoughts, give the video a like if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for many more videos, including a tutorial on this aircraft coming soon. And I'll see you soon.